We have a 3-day weekend coming up, and maybe you're planning on going to a barbecue to have some drinks. If that's the case, you should not plan on driving. Here to talk about the consequences for getting a DUI is our Las Vegas Now law expert, Eric Palacios. Welcome, sir.
How are you?
Great, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. First off, what is the blood alcohol limit for a DUI in Nevada?
It's 0.08. It used to be a little higher, but some years back they lowered it to match most other states, so now it's 0.08.
Okay, so you're driving along, and there is a DUI checkpoint in front of you. What should you do? I've heard people saying if you see a DUI checkpoint, you should try to pull out or get out of the way. You don't want to go through the checkpoint. Avoid it at all costs. What should you do?
If you're already stuck in the line for the checkpoint, it's too late. If you try to sneak out or drive away, the cops are going to probably chase you down and get you, and then that's another charge on top of the DUI for trying to get away.
I mean, bottom line, just don't be drinking and driving. But what are the consequences if you do get a DUI?
There's quite a few negative consequences. First is the fine. Fines can be from $400 to $1,000, plus the court fees, which are now between $600 to $800, depending which courtroom you're in. Also, you're going to have to go to a DUI school, which is 8 hours, a victim impact panel where you hear actual victims of DUIs that have lost a loved one or been injured. So that's also very traumatic. And on top of that, normally you don't go to jail on your first DUI, but it's up to the judge and his discretion. He can give you up to 6 months. In addition to that, you're going to lose your license for 90 days.
That's a guarantee if you get a DUI?
For the most part, yes. There's something you can do about it, but again, you got to hire a lawyer and go through more steps. So a 90-day suspension of your license coming up in October, that's going to be increased to 6 months.
Okay.
So the penalties are quite a few, and it's best not to drink and drive.
Yeah, absolutely. What are the, can an employer take actions against you if you get a DUI?
Depends who you work for. Generally, no. Okay. But again, depends who your boss is and what type of work you do. Obviously, if it involves driving, then yes, you can
lose your license for coming up for up to 6 months.
Exactly.
I've heard of stories of someone have a couple drinks at a bar, and they go into their car, and they realize they shouldn't be driving, so they take a nap inside their car. Should you do that?
That's also a no-no. And the law says that if you're in control of your car, you can be found guilty of driving while under the influence, or being in possession of a vehicle while under the influence, which is a similar charge. So if you're in your car with the keys, even if you're taking a nap or in the passenger seat, you can still have this charge.
The keys are there.
Yeah, something could be done about it, but again, you're going to have to spend money, hire a lawyer. So it's best to not be in the car. If you're going to take a nap in your car, give somebody else the keys, but make sure that you try to stay clear of your car while you're drunk.
Simple solution is don't drink and drive.
That's
it. If you do have some drinks, call Uber.
Uber, taxi, there's so many alternatives nowadays that no one should be getting a DUI.
It's just not worth it. Eric, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great Labor Day weekend. And for more information, give Eric Palacios and Associates a call at 702-444-7777. You can also visit their website at ericpalacioslaw.com.